Welcome. In this short video, we will see how NetSuite manages transactions in multiple currencies and keeps your books accurate. NetSuite supports selling and buying in more than one currency. Each company or subsidiary must designate a base currency, sometimes called as functional currency. Is a primary currency used for accounting and financial statements. Transactions in other currencies are converted back to the base currency, which helps them provide a consistent benchmark for evaluating international operations. So base currency and multi-currency. Base currency we have already discussed. Now, which is base currency is defined in the entity level or the subsidiary level. Now we will see how we can enable multiple currency features. Before going to that, let's see some key multi-currency features in NetSuite. So NetSuite support more than 190 currencies and international vendors. Automatic currency conversion is available. So there are two currency conversions providers are available by default. They are Signite and Xnite and HSBC and flexible entities. So you can assign multiple currencies and multiple subsidiaries to these entities, customers, vendors, and multi-book feature is also available with NetSuite. So multi-book is like you can create the same transaction with multiple currencies. So these will be stored in two different ledgers. So multiple ledgers will be there. And now let's see how we can enable multiple currency feature within NetSuite. So for that, let's go to setup, company, and enable features. So in the company section, if you scroll down, we have the multiple currency feature and currency exchange rate integration. So in this account, I have enabled both features, and let's save the page. And now to see the list of all currencies we have created or available in the account, let's go to list, accounting, and currencies. And a total of 5 currencies is already available in the account. And if you want to create a new currency, you can click on the new button. So we can provide a name, select the locale, provide a code. Then if you see, I have checked the automatic update, and which means the currency exchange rate integration we will use. Also, we can provide a default exchange rate and save this. So a new currency record will be created. Now we'll go to accounting preference page by navigating to setup, accounting, and accounting preferences, where we can see the settings for changing the default exchange rate integration providers. So in the accounting preference page, under the general, if we scroll all the way down, we have the currency exchange rate integration section, where the rate provider is selected as Xnite. We have another option which is HSBC. If you want, you can change that to one. Or else, if you are not satisfied with both of these options, you can always opt for a third-party integration. So there is that possibility as well. Okay, so we don't have to enter the rates manually, as we have already seen where we can enable the features and where we can set up the exchange rate providers and all. And to see where we can see the list of currency exchange rates within NetSuite. So let's go to list, accounting, and currency exchange rates. So this is a page where the exchange rates of the effective date, like on which date will be. So this is a page where the exchange rates of will be displayed. So here, as of this date, we can see the exchange rate between these currencies. For example, British pound to US dollars. So this is the exchange rate as of the effective date, this one, and we can see the rate provider. And the methods are direct. So there are different methods like a direct, manual, and all for obtaining these exchange rates into NetSuite. Also, there is one another exchange rate page that we need to check, which is consolidated exchange rates. So we can see by list, accounting, consolidated exchange rates. So there are many use cases for using this exchange rate. One of them is for consolidated financial statements or reports, for example, balance sheet or income statements. So the exchange rate. So when you are consolidating a financial statement, you have a US subsidiary. Let's assume the US subsidiary is a parent, and then you have an Indian subsidiary as a child, and you want to you want a consolidated balance sheet. Then the currency exchange rate needs to work right in that consolidated financial statement. So there, we will use the consolidated exchange rate. And one important thing that we need to note is we have three types of exchange rate: current, average, and historical. How this will work? So if you see, it all looks the same, but that may not be the case in an actual or live environment. Um, so how uh, this will work is based on your chart of account type. So as you all know, we have like different types of chart of account types, like AR, AP, expenses, then equity, bank, etc. So if I go to list accounting accounts and know, like on a chart of account creation page, uh, we can we can define the type. Say for example, if it's an expense, by default NetSuite is suggesting to use average as a general rate type, and even you have the option to change the rate type as well. Okay, and if I'm changing the type to, say for example, equity, then the rate type will change to historical, or if I change to bank, then it will be current. So these types is one of the one important thing that you will have to understand. And to give you an idea, like if you use NetSuite One World and you have like multiple subsidiaries, as we have discussed, so there will be different base currencies for all of these subsidiaries, right? So you'll have to maintain a consolidated exchange rate table. Each entry translate between the base currency of the subsidiary and its parent for a specific period. Um, so these types are for like to value assets, liabilities, incomes, and equity correctly. So update the consolidated exchange rate at the end of the accounting period as part of your period end close task. So for each period end, you will have to uh, close the accounting period, right? So no more editing or no more transactions should need to be happen there. So at that stage, there is this step of calculating the consolidated exchange rates again. So these rates ensures the transaction roll up properly from the child to parent subsidiaries in the consolidated financial statements. I will show you one consolidated financial report as well. So if you go to reports, financials, and let's say, for example, income statement. So here we have the subsidiary context, which is uh, primary company consolidated. Let change the date. So here we have the consolidation, or if you want individual subsidiary wise, then you can change the subsidiary and click on refresh. So the subsidiary wise financial data you will get. So that's the consolidated reports. And now let's go to the slide again. We have seen setting up of exchange rates and then multi-book and consolidation. So multi-book, we will not be discussing about it in this video. It may be covered in the future videos, but if you have any doubts or inquiries, please contact us. Now, revaluation of foreign gain or loss, foreign exchange gain or loss. So we have scenes like we have discussed about in the month end closing, we will have to calculate the consolidated, right? Consolidated exchange rate. So same like that, you'll have to um, close or you have to revalue open foreign currency transactions. So that is also one of the tasks that you have to perform. Um, so exchange rates fluctuates daily, right? So open balances in the foreign currencies needs to be revalued before closing a period. Run this closing or revaluing foreign exchange transactions. So that's part of the close period activity, or else you can do that by navigating the transactions, financials, and revalue open foreign currency balances. So you can select the posting period, then select the subsidiary. If you need further filters to be applied, these options are also available. Then finally, you can select the accounts to which you have this open foreign currency transactions, and you can click on save. So NetSuite will go and check open foreign currency transactions in the selected accounts and creates a currency revaluation corresponding to it. So this is very important step. But in the next video or the second part of this video, we will cover a live creating a transaction, as well as we will show you a currency exchange rate. Sorry, we will show you a currency revaluation record as well. So now let's go back to the slides again. So then there is this best practices, assign base currency per entity, which we will do anyway, right? And enable automatic updates and choose a provider, monitor rates and the triangulation method. So this is very important. So your NetSuite admin or NetSuite consultant will have to monitor the rates periodically, and will have to close the accounting periods on a regular basis. Update exchange rate and consolidated rates before closing. Revalue open foreign currency balances and reconcile the accounts. Ensure compliance and train your team. So these all are the best practices. And thank you.